Yo, people, man, what we saying, what we spraying? Hey, back again. Hey, I'm just back. You know what I mean? Been away in America, now back in the UK. And there's a lot to talk about. And obviously today, here with George, Do Rad Diaries, done though. Here with D from Famzone TV. We're going to be talking a bit about the Arsenal versus Tottenham North London derby, but it's in Hong Kong. So yeah, man, let's get into it. Yeah, all that admin stuff, like and subscribe, all of that, Do Rag Diaries is in the description, Famzone TV in the description. I even put it in the chat as well. You know what to do, man. Been a while. Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird streaming from the UK. Again, I won't lie, man. I feel like I got to get used to it again, streaming on my own channel. I won't lie, because I weren't as consistent as I wanted to be when I was over in America. But yeah, man, what you man telling me, man? How you man been, man? It's been a while since us three have been on my channel as well,
Bro, we haven't been on your channel for months now. It's like I'm thinking, raw, Hooks is a host again. I forgot what it was like for Hook to host, fam. Because even on Soccer PM, Hooks hasn't hosted a show for God knows how long, fam. It's been
ages. He ain't hosted for ages, man.
Yeah, man, and the boy is back, man. Like, yo, big up everyone in the chat. Obviously, I'll try go for lol. Hooks, I saw your tweet, man. Time to remove the hat and join the bald gang. I can't lie. I'm thinking about it still, because all this every 2 weeks or so having to go barbers and spend like
you wear hats. Why do you need to get a trim?
Because okay, so if I don't go bald, yeah, then I can't do my beard, innit?
What do you mean?
Because if I do my beard, like the side, it will get mad, innit? So it will like start growing out and then it will just look mad. But if I'm bald, all I have to do is clipper and then the beard is easy to fade. Like I faded the beard when I was in America. The beard is easy to fade. It's just the hair. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it might have to be bald. The thing is, yeah, I know that bald can work for me because my brother's bald. So I've seen someone that looks like me. That's bald.
It will suit you. It will suit you still.
Yeah, for time I didn't know if bald would suit me. Yeah, I was because going bald.
What you're saying is you're ready to let it go. You're ready to let the hairline go.
Well, I did this years ago. I ain't got time to be going barbers.
It's like when people said, it's like Mbappe whipping in from the wing. It's time to just letting it go.
I ain't got time to be going barbers.
It's crazy. Yeah, and it's not even the time. It's like my hair grows low. My hair grows fast. Like I'm talking, I'll get the trim, and then the next day it's already going back. Already. There's no off season, there's no off time, there's none of that. There's no enjoying the trim. Next day it's already going back. So I have to spend bread. If I wanted to look like fresh all the time, I'd be spending dough every month, and I don't want to do that. But hey, and if I go bald, I don't need to worry about, you get me, comments on the hairline and that. So 2 2s now might see me with no hat on certain streams. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I am worried about is because obviously I've had hair all my life, innit? So the top of my head is probably mad.
You're gonna feel a breeze.
Yeah,
that breeze is gonna be different.
Yeah.
My man's got a breeze
and the sun. You feel the sun as well.
Yeah, the sun, it will be a mad thing, innit? But the Mbumo thing, I'm hearing it. Low. Hawks, it's time. Low. It's nice to know that people are supporting the bald transition though. So maybe we'll roll with it, innit? Maybe we'll roll with it. But look, 47 people inside. I beg. The only thing I ask, it's been a while, just make sure I get as many likes as possible, man. Because we can't be doing all of this, jump on a stream and then 20 likes and I'm like, come on, killed it, bro. Man, I've been out here for a while. You man know the steeds, you man know it. Promote it in the chat, innit? So look, Arsenal playing Spurs. And I don't know about you, man. I'll be real. Like, I'm not hype about the game at all. I mean, the hypest thing about the game for me is I get to watch Gyokeres in an Arsenal shirt. That's the hypest thing for me. I get to watch Gyokeres.
Dauman.
Oh, Dauman as well. But for me, it's Gyokeres in it because it's like I've wanted this brother at my team for a minute, and I'm gonna get to see him kick ball for my team. And do you know what's interesting? Do you know what? Yeah, funny enough, just speaking on Gyokeres really quickly, he broke the record for shirt sales for Arsenal. He broke the record. For the amount of.
I thought he would have got more than Ozil.
Bro, he broke the record. I was reading it online today. I saw it somewhere on Twitter. Like a couple people posted it.
Who had the record? Who had the record?
I don't know who had the record.
So what record which record did he break?
The
first in 24 hours, first overall, what?
I'll search it right now. Let's see.
I don't know, but I just saw on Twitter records was broken in it for shirt sales in it. So not in Singapore, in Hong Kong. And now Hong Kong is definitely not in Singapore. So you get me. So that's a bit of a good. And also I'm hearing in training, his first training session, a lot of man was like, raw, swear down. Like they're seeing the levels immediately. So look, not hype about the game, I'll be fair, because it is pre-season, and I heard that the Newcastle game, it was a bit too intense for pre-season. So I'm feeling a type of, because if that game's intense, but the North London derby in Hong Kong is going to be just as intense in it. And I don't know how I feel about super intense games in pre-season. I just feel like we're risking injury in it. But outside of that, you're gonna get smoked. That's all I know. Like Tottenham is getting smoked, bro. But I'm so out of touch with Tottenham. The only thing I know is you man signed Kudus. So like I don't know what your pre-season's been like. I don't know how you're playing. Actually, do you know what? George, let me know. Like from what you've seen so far of like Thomas Frank, and I know it's early. I know it's very early, but have you seen anything that he's implementing and you're looking at it and you're like, yeah, I like that?
Yeah, there's been changes. It's very clear to see already, like the defensive structure looks totally different. Like obviously before seeing the inverted fullbacks, seeing the two centre-backs and then the two players come inside, we don't have none of that stupidness anymore. Like you can already just see a flat back four, sometimes a 3-2-5 in sort of in the build-up and so on. And you can already see a more defensively astute and a more proper defensive system being put in place. Going forward now, that's why I think you probably haven't seen too many changes with the lack of Maddison and Kulu being available. It's probably harder for him to build the attack and build what he wants the attack to look like when you have two of your most creative players not there in it. So at the moment, there's been little bits of changes, but not too much. And I'll be honest, like you said, I'm not really looking forward to this game. I'm looking at this game and I'm like, we haven't signed enough players to really make a strong impact and put Thomas Frank in the best position to go into this game and sort of prepare his team throughout this preseason. We're going into the preseason with the same team we had last year. So he's just going to have to work with the current crop of players he has. I'm probably going to look at the game more to see how good is the performance, how we performing, like I said, tactically, how we setting up. Let me see some bright sparks from some of the fringe players. Maybe that's whether that be a Tell or Odegaard. Obviously, Kudus, you'd like to see him have a good performance in a game like that. But I'd be looking at more singular things rather than the actual overall result. Because I'll be honest, I don't expect Spurs to have a good game in this one. Like you guys, if you guys don't bulldoze us, then that would be a huge surprise. Like you guys should do that. You guys are in a much better position. You got a team that's very settled. You got all your biggest signings in. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
I heard that. I feel like Arsenal are getting disrespect. I didn't even got my light on. I was thinking something was I knew something was going wrong. But I feel like Arsenal are really disrespected. Like whenever I'm on streams or I talk to people, I always hear like we're not a top team or like we're not favourites for this and we're not this type of stuff. I feel like because we haven't won the Premier League in the last couple of years, people just seem to think we're all of a sudden like we're like, I don't know, like they think we're
When
like
you say
ball.
that though, D, let's have it right. Well, because I know exactly you're talking about Arsenal fans saying that. Oh, your own fans are saying you're not
I'm
top.
talking about
tier. Your own
everyone.
fans
I'm talking about
But
everyone.
it is your own fan base the majority of the time that you're talking about. When
It's a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people, like our team, from the back to the front, is almost complete. We needed maybe two serious players, Gyokeres and a left winger or whatever. I feel like we've addressed at least one of those positions. Our team is not many positions that Arsenal need to upgrade from Arsenal fans. Like the way people talk as if to say there's so many positions to upgrade. There's not many upgradable positions in our team. I'll keep on defense. Every single player in our defense, I wouldn't even think about upgrading. I don't really need too many upgrades in midfield, potentially Odegaard maybe. And I don't need an upgrade in the right wing or the striker. So there's not many upgradable positions in our team. I'm not too sure why people forget that our team is one of the best teams.
don't you think when you say not too many upgradable positions, there's always upgradable positions. The thing is, I think some of the people that have had problems with your window is when you sign a player like Madueke, you're not signing him to. You're not necessarily. You should be like my problem with Spurs and the way that we've approached certain windows is we big up to Karma is we haven't approached to sign players that are better than ones we currently have. So in signing Madueke, you would have thought that Arsenal would sign a player that's better. Obviously not than Saka, because it's very like you're talking about a minimal amount of players that are better than Saka, but then better than Martinelli. He's not better than Martinelli. So then when you talk about improving, there's a question of that.
I think he is.
Wait, quickly. Sorry, George. I have to address something immediately. What? Yeah. By the way, people, this is
a fake one. Yeah. He come into my chat the other day. I see this and I was like, bro, look at the live. That little live thing shows.
Yeah. See, look.
Oh, that's not you. I thought that was you.
Yeah, Bayesian Gooner got tricked. Yeah. This is definitely 100 million% not me. But love for the alley-oop halftime hooks, yeah. Because by the way, yeah, for all of you man that are in here now, I'm starting an FPL league next season. Yeah. And the winner of the FPL league, yeah, obviously, unless it's me, do you know what I mean? But the winner of the FPL league, I will buy you your club's new jersey, yeah. And if you're a member, I will get whatever player you want on the back of the jersey as well. So keep your eyes peeled for when I create it and it goes live and all of that. And then I will also do weekly member streams just to go over what happened in the league every single week. So just had to throw that out there. You men have been told. I'll do a post about it and then we go from there. But I just had to let everybody know this ain't me. So if you DM me now, you're not getting a free prize. So sorry, Jules. I just had to do that.
I was pretty much there at my point, innit? But I was just like saying that, like, when you talk about like you've got a complete team, you can't really say that. I don't think it's the truth. You have some good, really, really strong players, and you say you can't really improve, but like, there's always improvement to be made, and it's just relative. You think Madueke is better than Martinelli, but many people will say that he isn't. And especially when you talk about using him off that left wing, it's proven that he's only played 12 games or he's started 12 games in his career off that left wing. So it's really not much to take from that.
Do you know what though? And obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, D. Or obviously he's gone now. So I think more so what he's trying to say is Arsenal are in a position where it's very difficult to improve.
Yes.
Or to upgrade, because obviously you can't upgrade on the signings that you've made this window. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna sign Zubamendi and then go, okay, cool, I'm gonna go upgrade on Zubamendi because Zubamendi's the upgrade.
Yeah.
So in my opinion,
is Zubamendi an upgrade? Because I know D didn't feel that way at this stuff. He didn't feel there's an upgrade on Party.
I mean,
we're yet to find out, though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but you didn't feel that way at the point of signing.
No, but I'm saying that one there is a debatable. That's like when people said Rice wasn't an upgrade on Xhaka. That's what we were hearing that for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Rice is definitely an upgrade on Xhaka, and you have to prove these things. Zubamendi is definitely capable of proving that he's better than Partey. I'm just saying, for me, Partey was one of the best DMs in the world. But again, people would say he wasn't. So to me, I don't feel there's many positions that we need to improve on to compete for the title. We competed for the title with Havertz up front. So with Gyokeres up front, I think people need to give us a bit more respect and leeway, because people tend to not understand that this is a sport at the end of the day, and for you to win it, you have to earn it. It's like people forget that these things are actually, it's like real life. People think, yeah, you must win, as if to say there's no other teams competing and spending. Liverpool looking like they won the league are going about to spend $500 million. So,
but then that's what I mean. So then when you say, oh, we competed for the league with Kai Havertz, it's pretty much irrelevant, because Liverpool spent so much money this window, and that they've tried to like bridge the gap so much. And you could argue they have or they haven't, whether we have to wait till it actually sees how it plays out. But it's like, you challenging the league with Kai Havertz is no longer relevant, because the teams are in a way different position this summer. And this summer's been one of the biggest windows, or biggest summer transfer windows in a while, and probably in the last 4 or 5 years at least. So I
think we've kept up. Personally.
I don't think you fell behind massively. Yeah. I think you could do one more signing, but you've definitely there or thereabouts. But I think Liverpool, once they've got Isak, we know that you're not kept up at that point. I think they've taken a step or two.
No. So, okay, I hear what you're saying.
I disagree with that, though.
Yeah, so I'm saying, I definitely hear what you're saying, but the thing for me is, and this is me personally, and people already know this, I think Gyokeres is a better striker than Isak. So me personally, if Liverpool go and sign Isak, it's scary. It's very dangerous considering who they already have. But I can't want anybody above Gyokeres, because Gyokeres was my number one target. So to me, all that's happened is Liverpool have acknowledged that they needed a striker, which they did, obviously, because Núñez isn't good enough, and, rest in peace every single time Jota passed away. So they definitely needed a striker. Arsenal needed a striker. Arsenal went out and got Gyokeres, who I think is the best available striker, in my personal opinion. And Liverpool went out and got Isak. So other people may argue about which one is better, and that's fine. Other people can have the conversation. But there's not, even if you think Isak is better, there's not I don't think there's too many people between, even if you think Isak is better, between Isak and Gyokeres that Arsenal could have signed. Like, if Arsenal didn't sign Isak, you probably would have said go and sign Gyokeres if you wanted to, like, really compete. I know there's some of them hipster man that think Sesko is better than Gyokeres, and that's cool. That's a conversation for another day. But to me, it was Isak or Gyokeres. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't think that signing makes us fall behind. Now, if we have to respond to the Wirtz one if they sign Isak, and in my opinion, the response is Eze. Now, I'm not going to have the conversation about who's better because I don't really care, but like that would, in my opinion, that would be Arsenal's response to Wirtz. Now, if Liverpool go out and sign a left winger, whether that's Rodrigo or Leao or whoever else is like chaos on the left-hand side, it's at that point that I think Arsenal will need to go and sign someone else to keep up with Liverpool. Now, outside of Liverpool, who's like Chelsea, I hear it. I think Chelsea are doing big business. In my personal opinion, I think they've upgraded their squad in a very good way. But I don't think they've upgraded.
They're definitely dark horses in and around.
Yeah, 100%. But I thought they were dark horses last season. So I feel like anyone that's not really giving props to Chelsea for next season, I think they're going mad. But even still, I don't think that Chelsea have upgraded their squad to a point where it's like Arsenal are left behind. No way. We will still beat them. Probably home and away. We'll probably still beat them home and away. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really lose to Chelsea too much in recent years. So I'm not really super worried about them in combat. Now, Man City, their signings on paper are really good. On paper, it's really good. Yeah. And then obviously Haaland, I think he had an anomaly season last season. I think he's going to go back to the super danger man that we all know him to be. And then obviously they got Rodri coming back. So, but I feel like Arsenal's kept up. Like, I think our window's been really good. I like the Norgard signing. I understand it. I would argue there's probably a few things that Jorginho does a lot better than Norgard. But one thing that he's not better at Norgard at is energy and ability to cover ground, which I think is important for us, or at least for the role that he'll play coming on. I think that us signing Gyokeres is an absolute game changer for Arsenal, because let's be honest, George, yeah, and D, you probably heard this a lot as well. Every time we finish second, people said if Arsenal had a striker, they would have won the league. We've got a striker now. Do you get me? So it can only be a game changer. And then we signed Madueke. All right, cool. You know, people don't like Madueke. I didn't want him at Arsenal personally, but he's at Arsenal now, so I'll support him. I think he's Prem proven, good, decent backup for Saka. Maybe he can improve. You know, maybe he'll play different at Arsenal. Who knows? I don't know. But we needed a backup right winger. I'm not going to sit here now and complain when for about, I don't know, 4 years, I've been saying Arsenal need a backup right winger to Saka. Do you get me? So I'm not really going to complain about it. Yeah. Kepa, I think, is a good signing. I'll say it again. We signed Chelsea's best goalkeeper for 5 million. That's mad. He's won the Champions League. He's got the experience, Prem proven. Like, and then we signed Mosquera. I know absolutely zero about Mosquera. I'm not going to lie to anybody. But all I know is people were telling me he's highly rated. But then obviously that thing, you know, Arsenal sign and then, you know, no longer highly rated. I hear it. But if anybody else signed Mosquera, it would have been market opportunity. Do you get what I'm saying? And then we went out and signed, you know, arguably one of the best sixes in Europe, Zubamendi. And I'm not going to let Liverpool fans forget that Arne Slot wanted Zubamendi and Zubamendi only. And when they couldn't get Zubamendi, that's when he decided, okay, cool, we'll just stick with Gravenberch. I'm not going to let any of the Liverpool fans forget how they were gassed when they thought that Zubamendi was going to them. I'm not going to let that happen. Me personally, other man can, but I won't. I'm not going to let the Man City fans forget that when they thought that they had a chance with Zubamendi, they were saying, oh, Rodri's understudy and the next in line to be Rodri. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let people forget that they was all gassing him up when he came on and basically said to England, nah, by the way, we're winning the Euros. So Arsenal have done good business. We definitely haven't been left behind by anyone, in my personal opinion. But obviously, maybe other people will disagree. But big up TK with the yeah. Blood, man. I ain't done that in like a month. That's crazy. Big up TK, man. Glock 14, 30 plus goals incoming. Don't go anywhere. Facts. So
I don't know about 30. Wait, are you 30 plus in the Premier League? In all comps, yeah.
Yeah, all comps.
Could do. Could do. You know what is the only reason I actually don't think he will, yeah, honestly, is I think he'll be rested for like FA Cup and Carabao Cup games. I don't think he's gonna overplay him. I think Arteta is gonna have to use like Havertz, and he's gonna use some of these alternative players in the striker position in some of these smaller games. And I could see Gyokeres getting rest at times. So that's the only reason why I think he might not. I don't think he's gonna be playing 55 games or something like that.
You don't?
Yeah, I think a lot of the time when people say if we've been left behind or what Liverpool are doing, it's obvious that they're signing top players and they're ahead of us because they're signing on top of what they've already done. But I think to equate it or to cancel out what they're doing, we have to get players back in form.
Yeah.
So if Odegaard is in form, we don't so much need to worry so much about Wirtz. But the reason why we haven't been winning the league and stuff like that is because Odegaard is in such bad form. Liverpool don't really have players that have that level of form for the whole season. Maybe they do, but then when they are on form, they win the league. When our players are on form, we just get close. That's probably what the difference is. So Saka needs to be a 15 goal a season player. Odegaard needs to be on form. He needs to be hitting 10 goals, 10 assists, 10 goals, 6 assists minimum. And you got Gyokeres needs to be 20 goals plus, 30 plus in all comps. Gabriel and Saliba need to do what they do. Like, we need players in form. I think it's better. I think Rice is going to have a good season because he's going to be allowed to do his thing. He's got used to that position now.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a good season. But Rice needs help.
He does.
And Zubimendi is a lot more robust than Partey is. Like he's a lot busier. He's a lot busier. But we need Odegaard. The key is Odegaard to be in form. That's the key. If Odegaard's in form, we don't need new signings. If Odegaard's not in form, we need new signings.
Have you seen any signs of him in pre-season coming back to that form, though? Is there anything that you've seen, or is there any reason why, as you think, he may not get back to that form? Is there anything that you think may prevent him?
That may prevent him getting back to the form?
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I was watching him, I felt like he suffered without Saka. I generally felt like watching him, he suffers playing without Saka. So I don't know if it's as simple as getting Saka back into the team, you see the best of Odegaard, or if you guys watch something else from last season, it was like, oh, maybe he's missing this about his game, and I don't know if he's going to get that back, because he's very hesitant on the edge of the box. It's like...
Not anymore. Not for the last 2 games, especially against Newcastle. He had about 7 shots randomly. Like, he's just creating space, because Odegaard is what he does the best is gets that yard of space. That's why he was so good at 15, because his mind was already ahead of everyone else's. It wasn't because he was brilliant on the ball. It was his mind. Now his mind is still there. He can get the yard of space. If he gets the yard of space and shoots, he's going to get a lot more goals this season. And that's what we need. We need more end product.
That's my biggest right, by the way.
I think that's everyone.
I think it's clear. If you watch against Tottenham, when we play Tottenham, when Odegaard plays, watch him closely. You're going to see him shooting from all types of angles. Against Newcastle, he just kept shooting. He just was shooting constantly.
Yeah, because he always gets those opportunities. Like I said, he's the type of player that you always see open up their body, goes for a shot, and then he fakes it, cuts it back inside. He goes for it, and then he passes it, and he does like a 1-2. And then again, you think he's going to get that 1-2 to open up for a shot, and then he passes it again, and he's always...
No, but against, like I said, if you lot watched the Newcastle game, I know you lot didn't watch it. If you watched the Newcastle game, you would see that he was acting like Bruno Fernandes in that game. Like, it was a clear... Like, ask anybody that watched that game, they'll tell you, yeah, Odegaard obviously has been told, let's just start shooting. Because he was doing things which started irritating me. I was thinking, why are you shooting from there? Oh, pass it there. Like, he's got to the point where he's decided, I'm just going to shoot when I get space. Yeah, it's happened. He did it at least 8 times, at least, where he just decided, I'm going to shoot from that one. So that's what, I think it's a clear, like, ploy between him and Arteta. From now on, when you get a bit of time, shoot. And that's what he's doing.
Do you know what? Yeah, just on this year, I would like to see us play a double pivot next season, but I'd like to see Rice on the right and Zubimendi on the left, because Rice is naturally right. He's right-footed, so there's probably a lot of passes that he doesn't make with his left because he's not confident. But on the right, he will always make the pass. Zubimendi's comfortable with both feet, so if you have. And then in that way, you can have Odegaard more drifting towards the left, like showing the left some more love as well. Like, because with Rice bombing up the right, I'm more than confident he'll be able to like connect with Saka in a really good way. I don't know, man. Start showing the left some love, man. Like, that's just my personal opinion.
No, it would make sense, because when you even talk about just angles in general, if he's on the right-hand side and he's right-footed, he's opening himself up to the whole pitch, innit? Because he can play it straight down the line, or he can play it across the pitch to the left. When he's on the left-hand side and he's got the ball on his right foot, he's never checking over his left-hand shoulder. He's not going to look that way, innit? The pitch is all in front of him over here. Like, my man's not going to make that pass. He's going to have to whip it across his body. And let's have it right. Rice is good, but the one thing he doesn't excel at is long foot, like long line breaking passes. He's not that great at that. He's not going to play a line breaker pass and make a long one. And then he do a short one, but he'll rather drive up the pitch with the ball. So definitely something he needs to work on there. But that could be a good duo. I can't lie. The one thing I'm not looking forward to in this game is that midfield battle. Our midfield is going to get absolutely ran through, because that's the one place where I feel like we've needed improvement. I feel like Frank's probably identified for his double pivot, he needs 2 different types of players in there, one a ball destroyer and one a ball carrier, someone that can progress the game. And although we have types of players that are similar, so I think it'll probably be likely that we see Basuma and Bergvall or Bentancur and Basuma start together. I just don't think that they're at the required quality. So when you're going to see them coming up against a Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard, whether that's the midfield or Moreno, Zubimendi, Odegaard, whichever it is, I think we're going to get outplayed there, like completely outplayed in the midfield, man.
But don't you think that like maybe under a new manager with new ideas, he can get different things out of like your current crop of midfield players? Because again, I'll say this. Bissouma is not as bad as what everyone has been making out like over the last season. I personally think Bentancur is really good, like as a deep line playmaker. So, and then like the Bergvall is a very promising talent. Like, so I personally don't think your current midfield is as weak as what like a lot of people would make out. I definitely think that if you wanted to like secure or like work towards confirming top 4, you probably need to boost your midfield.
That's where I'm at, and that's where I'm judging it. I'm not judging it in like a singular game. Like, it can get Bentancur and Bergvall could be good in singular games. They could both perform, and I like them as individual players. But like you said, to secure top 4, I'm thinking about Champions League. I'm thinking about playing 2 games a week at a top level. Can these guys consistently do it? I'm not going to trust that as a pair in the midfield. I need 2 new players, and whether Bergvall eventually starts and then the other player gets dropped, that's fine by me. Bergvall's talent will shine through eventually. But I don't want him to be our go-to starter. He's only 19 years old. We should have players that are better than him starting.
There's also why is I hope to see Archie Gray in your midfield next season, you know.
Oh, I always forget about him, I'll be honest. That's one player I always forget about because the last season he was playing centre back and that. He could be. Do you know the thing for me with Archie Gray? And I know you don't necessarily need to be big, bulky as a defensive midfielder, but he still seems far too slender, too slim. Like, he'll get bullied around a bit. He doesn't seem like that rough and tough midfielder. And on the ball, he's class, but he needs to put on some size for me. He's still a kid. Like, I feel like if he wants to go into that base of midfield, even look at Declan Rice. Like, he's built. You can tell he's quite a bit of a physical specimen. Archie Gray still looks like a kid, and he's just, yeah, man, it's a bit too frail for me to go into that base of the midfield.
And he's not good enough.
In the Premier League, he's probably not at the required level now, but he's a good player. He's a good player.
He's a good tidy player. He's got something, but he's not good enough. There's players that are better than him in the Premier League, a lot better than him. He's not good enough. Like, I've been saying about Archie Gray for a long time. I said by now, a young player that's meant to be the hype that he has, he should have cemented his spot in the first team ages ago. It should be easy for him to cement his space in the first team. That teams in Tottenham have been in disarray. They finished 17th, for goodness sake.
I think that's unfair. And the reason why I say that
unfair
is because Spurs had a lot of defensive injuries last season. So he was seen as like you can fill in from Ange. And I just think just in general, like there's a lot of times where, you know, Ange probably could have played him in the midfield, but didn't. And that's down to the manager's thinking. Like, I don't think you can blame Archie Gray for that. Like, I personally think if Archie Gray had like a good run of games in the midfield last season, Spurs probably do better than what they did. I actually like Archie Gray a lot. Like, and his brother, his younger brother, striker, bad boy. Bad boy.
Yeah, the way I look at it is the position he plays in is generally right now in world football probably one of the toughest positions. Like, the CDM role is the hardest position right now, I think. Like, in the way that systems are used, it's one of the most important roles to a team at the base of it. Like, you're having to sweep up. You're doing a lot. It's a big job. So I feel like for him, I just don't see him as being the player ready to take on that role for Tottenham. I reckon if he was at like I don't know, Nottingham Forest, Brentford, a team like that, he could go in the 6 and you'd probably be promising. You'd see some decent performances. But for what we need, he's too young, man. I don't think you can risk a player like him going in there and doing that. And I know, like you said, with talent, it does shine through. And players like Adam Wharton, you don't question. Baleba, you don't question their age because they just fit in. And those players are obviously better than Archie Gray. There's no question about that. But for him, I think he's probably going to take a few more years to develop, and he's probably a later bloomer in that sense.
Do you know what? Like, Labour is who you man should just be splashing the bag.
They're not going to spend 100 million on him. That's how much it will cost.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like a total amount of 0 Spurs fans that would be unhappy if they spent 100 million on Baleba. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you know what? Yeah, this is where I feel like Spurs fans are very justified, or would be very justified now, in slewing Levy, because
only now.
No, I mean, like, this is obviously there's been many of occasions, but like you just won the Europa League, yeah, and you confirmed yourself into the Champions League, yeah, and now you're going to be playing in a Super Cup, yeah. So there was a nice, sweet, perfect little window where you could have just splashed. You could have actually just splashed, yeah, because you needed to splash, because you have to make sure the players that you bring in are ready under the new manager for the Super Cup. Like, all at this point, the only person I know that you've signed that's of note is Kudus.
But that's a top signing, though.
It's a top signing, but it definitely isn't enough to go up against PSG.
To do what, though?
In the Super Cup, PSG.
But how would they be able to sign enough players to go against PSG in the Super Cup?
Well, just like we saw with Chelsea, PSG aren't invincible; they're beatable. Yep. So it's not like we need to sign 10 players. You just sign 3 players or so, and then you set your team up in a way that you approach to beat them. Like, PSG are a good team, but they're not the best team we've ever seen. Like, Chelsea absolutely decimated them, and that's not a great Chelsea team. Now, that's not a team that we look at and says, wow, they're so much better than all. Like, Chelsea's not better than you, man.
Yeah, but what are we talking about? Signing players to play PSG, or are we talking about signing players to compete in the league?
No, but his point and that's where my frustrations are, is that we have an opportunity. We're playing in the biggest cup you can play in. It's essentially the Super Cup, isn't it? You're playing the winner of the Europa League against the Champions League. You'd think that the owners would show out some ambition to be like, oh, do you know what? In that game, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our team. We've got an opportunity here to really put Spurs in a conversation that we haven't been in before. Super Cup. Start the season well, start the season off, and carry that momentum into the season. So why would you not want to? Why would you not sign a few players to put yourself? They
tried to get Morgan Gibbs White.
But Morgan Gibbs White, I don't know if you saw. I don't know what reports to believe in it, because there's so many different reports coming out. But the report that come out, apparently Spurs have failed to meet a few of the because it was apparently a complex release clause, and there was a few conditions that we didn't meet. So that's why the deal didn't go ahead. But also he signed a new contract because he didn't want to leave. But you can say we tried, but would a smart man not, whilst he's figuring that all out, he's going back to training, you'd start negotiating for other players. You'd start having backup plans in place. We're now 3 weeks on from when that deal was announced, and there's been no link to another player, or I shouldn't say no link. There's been no concrete interest or bids done to another player of a similar archetype. So you're like, okay, so we have no plan B to Morgan Gibbs White. So they haven't tried. They've been doing nothing because there's been no trigger for.
But they had to get Thomas Frank in.
He was brought in June.
But they had other things to sort out.
Like what?
Like getting Thomas Frank in, sorting all that out. They went for Kudos. They got Kudos over the line. They went for Morgan. Say that again.
It's nearly August the 1st.
We got Kudus in a month ago, nearly. We got him in like the first week of July. And in the first week of July, it was the 8th or 9th of July when we got the here we go for Morgan Gibbs White. So that's 3 weeks ago, D. That's my point. In 3 weeks, the club has made a total of 0 moves since that so-called here we go.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think you're being a bit harsh on your team when you've got Archie Gray there that you guys said is a.
Now you're just on trolling thing. I know what these on.
No, I'm not. I'm being serious. I'm saying you can't have one of the youngest, the star players, and then complain about.
I just told you that, like, I don't believe in blocking part. Like, you can't block a young player's pathway. If he's good enough, he comes through and he forces himself through. I want to sign players that are better than the ones we currently have.
Who do you want, though? Who do you want?
What, in the central midfield?
You're talking about Belabor.
I'll take Paulinho. I'll take Douglas Luiz. I'll take that guy that I've heard Man United are big from, that Human from Sporting Lisbon.
Right, but I'm saying you might say you'll take Paulinho, yeah? For example.
Spurs are very interested in him. Yeah, Spurs are interested in him.
But when you're saying that Levy should have bought Paulinho and stuff like this, do you think that makes you ready to challenge PSG if you bring Paulinho in?
No, Paulinho is a different type of midfielder that we don't have, though. And again, when you talk about will it make us challenge PSG, well, what it will do is give us a player that in his last Premier League season was one of the best defensive midfielders from all the defensive stats, interceptions, tackles, and so on. So we'll have a player that we don't have. We don't have someone that can break down the play in the midfield. So I do think it will help us challenge a type of PSG, because you need someone that can break down the play. We don't have that.
Yeah, I mean a combative midfielder.
Yeah. We have, well, Bentancur is, but he's not someone who breaks down the play like a full midfield destroyer. Just a ball winner. I just need a ball winner in the midfield. Someone I don't care what they do once they win. They just need to win the ball and then pass it off. We ain't got that.
Like Sarr.
Sarr's not a ball winner. Sarr's just a decent at everything. He's just I don't even know what to call him. An all-round midfielder, fam. He's generally not great at much. He's good at everything. Decent, I should say. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it's looking peak. Okay. Well, actually, yeah, I think it's looking peak because, all right, don't you see a bit of a repeated behavior? Because this is another manager that you're bringing in now. Really and truly, you haven't backed early enough in the window.
Backed Ange in his first season, bro. Ange in his first season, by this time in the window, had Vicario, Van de Ven, and Maddison, 3 first-team players. So, like the myth that Ange never, in his first window, Ange got 4 first-team players. By the way, he got a centre-back, a goalkeeper, a central midfielder, and a winger. So he got 4 players in his first window. He couldn't complain about not being backed.
Yeah,
4 players. He went on the record to say he wanted Vicario, he wanted Van de Ven, he wanted Madders, and he wanted Johnson. So they were 4 players he wanted. If you give Frank 4 first-team players, I will shut up. I won't even say nothing about this window, you know. Kudus is one of them. Give me 3 more first-team players, and I'm fine. This is a good window. Yeah. But we ain't got that. We're nowhere near that.
I think you're being quite harsh. I think you're being harsh.
What? I'm being too ambitious to want 4 first-team players in a window.
You're not being too ambitious. You're being unrealistic. You're saying 4 first-team players, but the first-team players that you're asking for, Kudus cost 55, 60 million. Belabor is going to cost 100.
No, I didn't ask for Belabor. He said that was unrealistic. No, I didn't. That was just.
No, he didn't ask for. You didn't ask for Belabor.
Oh, so you don't want Belabor?
No, I would love Belabor, but it's not a realistic option. So I don't think that we're going to go and get Belabor. I said I would like him, but I don't think Spurs will go get him. He's too much money. But to say, and then you're going to suggest that, how much money do you think is too much for me to ask the Spurs fan? Because just when you said the Morgan Gibbs-White deal was almost done, that was a £60 million deal for another central midfielder. So Spurs were ready to invest £60 million in a midfielder. So anyone, Belabor or whoever, be 100, cool. Let's look at £60 million midfielders. Let's say Paulinho's at 30. He's available for 25 to 30 million euros. That's 20 to 25 million pounds. That's half of that money. Douglas Luiz, that's a player that's worth half of that money. About 25.
But that's what I'm saying. But the
midfielders for the price of one.
No, but you're going against what Daniel Levy was doing a couple of years ago. He decided to go and buy all the young players because when he decided to change the ethos of the club, everyone was happy about it. Archie Grays, the Tells, what was that? Odegaard, what's that? You signed loads of them. Brennan Johnson. You signed loads of young players. What's the other? There's one more. There's a couple more. You signed loads of these young players, and everyone was like, "Yeah, this is the way."
We do this every year. We just always pick up a few young players.
But I'm saying you're now asking for Paulinho's and Douglas Luiz's. These guys are 30 plus. So
no, they're late 20s, and yeah, Paulinho is 30. But that's because Spurs have also identified, and it has been pointed out that we need experience in the squad. We have far too many young players. And if you're going into a season where you have Champions League, and to be fair, when you look at our team, we don't even have leaders. Like I'm looking at who is Thomas Frank going to make captain? By proxy, it's probably going to have to be Romero because Romero is the vice captain, and Madison vice captain, Vicario vice captain. By proxy, they're probably going to be pushed into it. But when I look at all three of them, neither of them are leaders. So you need to buy somebody that can lead the team, and that needs experience. Now, I'm not saying Pauline is going to come in and be that captain, but we need someone of that type. Where when I heard that we was interested in Norgard, I'm like, all right, cool. We need a player like Norgard who's experienced, he's a captain, he's a leader. Those types of characters, we don't have them. We don't have enough of them in our team.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but that's my point is 2 years ago when he decided to change the mantra, it was a clear direction that he was going in. So you're basically saying that what you want him to change it back to
not change anything. It's like when you have this model, this young model, it doesn't mean you go all the way and sign bare 21, 22-year-olds. You still got to mix and match it. You got to do.
No, but they got to grow together. That's what I'm saying. The whole point is that's why Archie Gray, regardless of the scenario, he should be playing in his position if you believe that that's the next guy that's going to be there and take over from that point. That's the point I'm making. You're saying we should be buying players because at the end of the day, this is what they need. When Liverpool were at the top of their game, they were trying to nurture Gomez at the same time. They were nurturing.
We've got enough young players to do that now, though, is what I'm saying. We don't need any more young players to nurture through. If we sign any more young players, all we have is a squad full of young players.
No, who's going to be? So your team is going to be Vicario's young, and then you got Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, and Udogie. Yeah, fairly young backline, to be fair, fairly young. Then your midfield is full of experience. You're talking like it's not.
Bentford's like 26, 27. Basuma's leaving.
That's experience. Basuma's experience. Madison's experience.
Leaving. He's done. Madison's experience. Cool.
I know, but I'm saying the players that are there, they are experienced players. Heung-min Son's an experienced player. Dominic Solanke's an experienced. I know. I'm saying those players are there at your club.
No, but what I'm saying is the players that are leaving are experienced. The players you're going to mention are experienced in Sonny, Basuma, Richarlison. They're 3 players on the list that we want to leave. They're 3 of our most senior players in the fact that they're going to be leaving. Do you think we should replace those players with more youngsters? And so we're bringing the age of the squad even more down, or do we not replace those with more experienced players?
No, it's not about. Yeah, go on.
I mean, correct. Okay, hear me out. Yeah. If you guys made a shift, to like, I don't know, let's just for argument's sake, let's just say, okay, your new model now is youth. You're gonna build a youthful team, and it's a project, and they're gonna grow together, they're gonna improve together, yada yada yada. Don't you think the fact that you won a trophy, a European trophy at that, shouldn't you be carrying on with that? Like most people are vexed when their team decides to like do a project, like a youth project, because they usually don't win things when they do that. But you guys won with that kind of model. So why would you win with that model and then break away from the model? I'm not saying you're breaking away.
They know the win was a lucky win. That's the reason. Because there's no way you'd want to change your ethos if you felt like you deserved it and had a good model.
No, but I don't think you're understanding. You're completely misunderstanding my point. Who's talking about changing the ethos? Nobody said that we shouldn't continue to sign young players. We've still signed. You're forgetting this window. We signed Matisse or Kota Takaya, 2 players under 21. Already this window, we've signed 2 players under 21. There's no reason why you should be signing 4 or 5 players under 21 in one window. What you do need to do is sign young players and then pair them up with older players so your squad has a maintenance of balance. You need balance in the squad. You can't just have a pure young squad. It looks like we saw with Chelsea a few years ago. They had bare young players, then they had no leaders, and then they had to assign Enzo as the captain because they looked around. It's like, why is Enzo captain? He just come in 6 months ago.
But they stuck by it though.
Yeah.
They stuck by that, and guess what? It only worked. Why did it work for Chelsea, and why is it working?
It takes time.
Because they invest so much. Every time that a young player doesn't work out, they sell them and they buy another one to replace it. Just like we've seen with Madueke. Tottenham don't do that. The difference in our model and Chelsea model isn't buy and sell. We buy a young player and we're going to keep that young player for years until it does work out. We're going to try and get as much as we can out of that young player. So we're not going to sell Archie Gray if he doesn't work in a year. We're not going to get rid of him for 35 to 40 million. We're going to keep him until he begins to work out. We're going to try to get something out of him. So our model's not similar in that sense. We have to balance it, because if we don't and we go all the way young, it's just not going to work out. And we're going to see as we have seen, and like we saw last season, someone sent in the chat talking about, remind George how his team lost double digits or lost however many games last year. We lost so many games because the team was young, and every time we went down by 1 or 2 goals, the mentality was, we've lost the game again, heads down. We had no leaders on the pitch to bring us back through games. We lost, I think, like 20 games, or we lost like a double-digit amount of games by 1 goal. By 1 goal, the majority of our losses were by 1 goal. How can you have that many losses by 1 goal? Because the mentality to fail to bridge that gap, and we had nobody to help us get through those moments. That's I really look at the team and say there's been a mentality issue for a while, and the only way that you fix that is by bringing in experienced players. That's what I just think, innit?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think it's like because you paid 40 million for Archie Gray because of his potential, innit? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you need to let him realize his potential and gain the experience. I feel like you wouldn't, if he were coming through your academy, for example, and I can understand the process and taking time, but you paid 40 million for this guy. Like that's big money for a 17 or 18-year-old. So I find it quite weird when people say you buy a young player and then you keep buying, and this is our motto now, but now we need to buy experienced players that play in the position of the players that you bought. If you were saying like you need to fill in the holes, I can understand that, but to fill in, if you buy a Douglas Luiz and a Paulinho, they're blocking Archie Gray for 3 years.
I'm not on that though. I don't believe that there is a such thing as blocking a pathway. That's just rubbish to me. Because again, if the player's good enough, no, because if a player's good enough, they get in. Just like Chelsea, just like you've seen now, they've got Esteval, the best player to come out of Brazil since Neymar. We've been told, that's what literally the statistics and everything's been. That doesn't stop them buying right wingers and buying.
Why do you think Madueke left? That's why Madueke left.
No, Madueke didn't leave because of that. Madueke left because he saw himself a better opportunity at Arsenal. That was the only reason why
he left because he felt like he was going down the pecking order.
He left, but I think it's something along the lines of he felt like he was a player from the old guard. If that makes sense.
His pathway was getting blocked.
But that's because last season, as the season played on, he was playing less and less because he started to realize the manager doesn't favor him as much. Now, with Esteval coming in, my point is Chelsea continue to sign players without the worry that, we're going to block Esteval's pathway. No, if Esteval's good enough, he will force himself.
You're wrong, though, because there's a reason why players like Harvey Elliott might leave Liverpool, and the reason why a lot of these, like, look at Omari Hutchinson, but Heaven, Chido Obi. Why do you think these guys all left Arsenal? They left
there wasn't an opportunity at Arsenal, and they didn't feel like Arsenal gave
because they felt like their pathway was blocked. That's the reason.
You guys just didn't give the young players opportunities. That's all it is. You guys
we've got 3 young players in our first 11.
Now you have, but there was a few years, and a lot of Arsenal fans were angry with Arteta. Even when Waneri first came through, they're screaming, "Waneri, play more. Why is Waneri not playing more? Why is he not playing these minutes? Why is Saka playing minutes in Europa League when this youngster could be playing?" That's been a complaint from Arsenal fans about Arteta for years.
Yeah, but that's a recent thing. Arsenal's always been known to play young players. We've been known to do
Arsenal have, but Arteta hasn't. It's only recent.
Arteta's got the youngest debut. He's got the longest debut in the Premier League history.
Again, only recently he started to use young players. Hooks, am I wrong?
Yeah, you're not going mad. He's going mad at the moment.
How am I going mad?
The only, let's be honest, the only reason, that it seems like Arteta promotes youth is because Calafiori and Saka got injured. If Calafiori and Saka didn't get injured the way they did last season, Mars Lewis-Skelly, he doesn't have the breakout season that he has. Waneri gets nowhere near the minutes that he got. Like for Waneri to start in last season, Waneri started getting serious minutes only when Saka and Odegaard was injured. And then even then, sometimes Trossard was playing ahead of it. So cool. He gives youth opportunity, but nowhere near as much as what Arsenal as an institution are used to or historically have done.
I think you're wrong, man.
Hey, I mean, it's fine, isn't it? Because we can agree to disagree in it, and that's fine because it's a game of opinions, isn't it?
Top of the tibbity top Gooner.
But do you know what the difference is between your Esteval comparison that you made? The only difference is when Chelsea go out and buy other players, they buy other young players. So you're not really blocking the pathway in the same way. if you go and sign Paulinho, that's a statement that Archie Gray's not starting.
He's not good enough. That's what it means. It doesn't
That's
mean he's not starting.
No, he's not
it
starting.
means Archie Gray isn't good enough.
But if you went on, I don't know, if you went and signed someone
he's
who
not
was
good enough for Champions League. That's the point, though. We're playing Champions League this year. We're playing Europa League. I'll be like, yeah, cool. Archie Gray, you're going to get a lot of your minutes in Europa League in central midfield this season. Maybe not in the Premier League, but in the Europa League. We don't have minutes to give away like that now. It's not like we can look at him and be like, yeah, Archie, you're going to be playing in the Champions League against Real Madrid. We're going to use you in a pivot of our midfield. That's just not going to happen. That's like we have to have ambition as a club. So yeah, we tell him, yeah, we're bringing in Paulinho because we're playing 2 games a week. You're still going to play a lot of minutes, but we need a diverse squad and we need experience in here for games when we're playing in the Champions League. That's why we're signing an experienced player. We're playing 2 games a week. I don't get why Archie Gray or any other player would be upset with us or a youngster. And if he is, then get rid of him, because if he's not good enough anyway, there's a reason why we're signing a player above him. Like, again, I think
you're making my point now. That's the point I'm making. I'm saying
no, but if Archie Gray was upset by it, I would say get rid of him, because who do you think you are, bro? You're 18, 19. Like, you will wait and bide your time in the team. We're playing Champions League. We're at the big boy table. You need to know your level sometimes.
No, but he's got. But this is the thing. I think he's good enough to play. Like, I don't think you need to sign someone who, like, so clearly is going to play above him. Like, I think if you went and signed someone who's, like, I don't know, between the ages of like 21 to 25, all right, cool. But you're going out in his position, you're going out and signing Paulinho. I promise you, Paulinho's starting every game. Archie Gray will probably play, I don't know, FA Cup games, maybe Carabao Cup
games every now and then.
Every night, but I don't know. Like, for me personally, Homeland, or however I don't even say his name, his name, the Sporting brother, that's a good signing, because he's not old enough that I look at him and go, yeah, you're definitely playing all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to an extent, I hear both sides in it. Don't get me wrong, I hear both sides, but my fear, I'm kind of leaning more towards D, in the sense that if you go out and commit £40 million on a youngster, you have to make the pathway open for them. Otherwise, you wasted £40 million. You might as well just sell them.
You wasted 40 million. You could have spent 10 million on your Odegaard for 2 years, and then 10 million on Douglas Luiz for 2 years.
Yeah.
That would have been a 6-year, 8-year process on 30-year-olds.
But the thing is, he's 19, so I don't expect Archie Gray to reach his prime in probably the next 4 to 5 years. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, so if we sign Paulinho, who would be a stopgap for 1 to 2 years, probably 2 seasons at max. In those 2 seasons, in the first season, yeah, Paulinho is going to be the starter. In the second season, he's probably going to start with him, and Archie Gray is still going to play more minutes. By the third season comes and Archie Gray is 22 years old, he could be a starter in Tottenham. Now, if he's 4 years into his Spurs career and he's starting, and you're telling me it's too late. No, it's not too late. For one, 19, 20, he's 19 years old.
It's too late. You can't buy a player for 40 million and
yes,
wait.
You can.
Years.
Yes, you can. If he's 18 years old, so you're telling me, and if you, no matter, wait, let's have it right. Well, if you sign an 18-year-old, there's no expiry on when he has to become good. You're telling me that he has to become good before 4 years. So what's the expiry then? Please. You know what? This is now the new conversation. You sign a young player. Forget Tottenham and Archie Gray. I just need to know, like, we're forgetting names. We're just going to take Archie Gray off it.
I'm going to give you. I'm going to tell you.
I want to put the scenario. You sign an 18-year-old. What's the expiry? And does the expiry matter on the price? What are the factors that affect the expiry for how long they need to become good?
If you sign a 19-year-old for £40 million, you're expecting him to be the guy that's going to keep you going for 10 years. That's the whole point, right? You're not expecting him to get good at 26, because we all know a player at 26 is still ready. We know a player that's 26 is still young.
So if he becomes world class at 26, that's a problem.
You didn't spend 40 million on him to become world class at 26. You didn't spend 40 million now for him to be world class in 8 years' time.
It's an investment. That's exactly what you're doing.
No, that's exactly
no. He's not a £40 million player. What we're doing is we're investing on the fact that within the next 10 years, he becomes a player that's worth a lot.
No, you're wrong. That's not what you buy him for. You bought him to be that player for the next 10 years, not to be that player.
We didn't buy him to become that player straight away. No, we didn't.
Listen. You didn't buy him to be that player in 8 years' time. You bought him to be that player.
But I didn't even say that. You said 8 years. I said by 22. So I said in the next 3 to 4
No, but
seasons.
I'm saying, if Archie Gray
next 3
doesn't
years.
play, if Archie Gray doesn't start playing this year and cement himself in the team, but in a year and a bit, he'll want to leave.
His contract's till 2030, bruv. He's got another 5 years.
That means he can't. So he can't want to leave because he's got a contract to 2030. He can't want to leave.
Bro, no. All right. Let me just. am I gonna get? All right. This is what I just need to clarify.
Does that mean he can't want to leave or what?
I just need to clarify. So again, you do know that by the time Arsenal bought Odegaard, he was already in his like 6th year or 6th or 7th contract, 6th or 7th year into him being a player as Real Madrid, right? You do remember that?
Yeah, so
you do know. So by what you just said, he would have expired. But by the time he got to Arsenal, it was like he got a new lease of life. This is still a 22.
You're missing the point. When he went, what did Odegaard do? He went to Real Madrid at 15 years old, didn't play for a couple of years, went on loan to Sociedad, went back, said I'm leaving.
No, he was on loan for years. He was playing in Castilla for years.
He left.
He left.
Okay,
and guess what? He left and blossomed at
You're
what age?
making my point. You're making my point.
No. He left and blossomed at what the age is my point.
You're missing my point.
Archie Gray
somewhere else.
Archie Gray's not got enough ambition to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to want to leave Spurs in a year because I haven't played that much."
Yes,
football.
he will.
Last season, he played way more football than what he expected.
At centre back.
Bro, he played football. I don't think he's a young player. It doesn't actually matter where you're playing at that age.
He didn't get sold. It doesn't matter where you're playing. He didn't get sold a dream to be playing
He's a versatile player. He knows that. No, because you do know that the season before he came to Tottenham, the whole year at Leeds, he played 40 plus games at right back. So when you're telling me that, he's going to be upset, he played 40 plus games at right back. The majority of his career, he's played at right back. You do know that. The majority of his professional career has been done at right back.
Yeah, he's a centre midfielder.
But the majority
right back is an inverted right back. He's an inverted right back, but he's a centre midfielder.
Forget at Tottenham. He played right back at Leeds. Yes, right back.
He's a centre midfielder though.
But so my point is you keep saying he didn't come to Spurs to play all these other positions. He come to Spurs because he saw it as a better opportunity than going to Brentford. He saw himself.
Wait, slow down. You're talking like you know what he says. What I'm saying is, if you spend
that is a fact. That is a fact because he had a medical booked with Brentford and then he chose Spurs at the last second. So why did he choose Spurs?
Because at the time, the Spurs ethos was let's buy lots of young players for the future. They changed the mindset of the club. That was the whole point. So Archie Gray saw it as a new project with the youngsters. I'm going to start playing centre midfield. I'm going to be the next top number 6 player.
Tottenham. Wait. When did Tottenham change his ethos? Tell me when Tottenham changed their ethos.
What do you mean? You bought bare 21-year-olds.
We've been doing that for years, bro. We've always signed young players. I don't know. I can go back the last 10 years and name you loads of failed youngsters that we've signed. I can name them, D. I can name you every single year.
Let's go back to the original point. The original point is
you think Archie Gray has an expiry. When does he have? So you think if he doesn't buy this season,
his expiry will be
by 2026. You think this time next year, if he hasn't played enough football, he's going to want to leave. That's
100%. 100%.
Just quickly. I big up Jimmy, for the raid. Jimmy Spliff TV,
Big up Jimmy Spliff, man.
Anyone that was already in here, and you're not subscribed to Jimmy, go over there, subscribe to Jimmy. And anyone that came in from Jimmy's raid, make sure you go to the description or to the top of the chat to go and subscribe to Famzone TV and Do Rag Diaries. You get me? And all of this, champions of the world, you'll never sing that. Yeah. Don't be champions of the world, but not champions of England next season. Hold that. You man can carry on.
Like, I'm generally so confused as to why you think Archie Gray will want to leave Tottenham next season. For one, he's on a contract that probably not many other teams are going to offer him. I hope you know that. Archie Gray is not on no penny change money. Archie Gray is on some big money for a young player. So for the fact that he got a 6-year deal, he knows that signing that 6-year deal at Tottenham was probably the best deal he would get in this time frame. We know that Archie Gray will not be expecting to play first team minutes at a Champions League level team.
He will.
At least the next 2 seasons. He won't.
You're crazy.
I think he'll be fine to be a bit part player. He's not going to want first team.
way.
He's going to understand he's not a starter for the next 2
If
seasons.
Archie Gray is not cemented himself in the first team in the next year and a bit, he's going to leave in the next year and a half. He's going to want to go. He got bought. So what you're saying is you bought him for 40 million, yeah,
as an investment. He's an investment.
No, but you buy him at 40 million because you assume he's going to become better than 40 million pounds, don't you?
Yes. Across not in the next 4 or 5 years, in across the span of his lifetime at Tottenham. So by the time he signs another contract, he's going to be worth more than 40 million.
That's my point. How can you be worth more than 40 million if you don't play football?
So he's got a 5-year contract. He's got another 5 years to make that up.
So when is he meant to break into the team? What, when he's in year 5?
You actually don't listen. You actually don't listen, D. Because I did tell you when he should break into the team. I said for the next 2 seasons he wouldn't be expected to be the first starter. So over the next 2 seasons he'll work to break into the team. But
year 4. So
it will be year 4 by the time he breaks into the team.
So you think Archie Gray?
He'll be a Tottenham starter in year 4.
Signed a 5-year deal for
young players.
Break into the team in year 4.
I would expect that a young player. You do know Kobe Mainoo's in year 3 as a Manchester United player. He doesn't start. No. Because you seem to think that a young player
from Man United, Kobe Mainoo's a Man United product. I'm saying to you, you're telling me that
difference. Him being a product.
It's a big difference because he could have stayed at Leeds. It's a big difference. He could have stayed at Leeds.
Why would he stay at Leeds as a championship club or go to Tottenham and win the Europa League, bruv? There's levels. He's now done something that he never thought he could do with Leeds ever. You think Leeds? He was going to win Europa League with Leeds?
I'm saying. If he stayed at Leeds, he could. A lot of people say you should stay at certain teams because you get football and you learn your trade. That's what they say that all the time. Because if you didn't know, Leeds are now a Premier League club. If you didn't know that, so he would have been playing
43 games last year. He played a lot of minutes. He played more than enough minutes.
But you're saying that he signed a 5-year deal, but in his mind he had a plan that in the last year of his deal, the last year and a bit, he's going to break the team.
The last 2 to 3 years. The last two. In the first, yes, because I said in the 4th year. So that wouldn't be the last year. It's a 5-year contract. So by the time
it's a 5-year contract, but he's going to break into it in year 4.
2027. No, so 2027. Yes, 2 years on from now, that will be his third. That will be 3 years in Tottenham. That will be his 3 years spent. So in 2027, but he still has 3 years left of his deal. He had a 6-year contract.
I asked you a direct question, and you said
he had a 6-year contract till 2030.
You told me 5. You know, I didn't. You told me
5 years from now. You're not listening.
So he's going to break into year 4. So he's going to break into in year 4, like I said.
But then you're saying
5 years from now is year 4.
No, D, you're not listening, bro. Year 4, as in counting last season. Year 4 from when he signed, he will be a starter. That's what I'm saying. He would not be expected at 18 years of age to be by the time I'm 20, I'm going to be starting first team at
Yes, he will. No, he doesn't. Yes, he will. What? So you think it takes 4 years for a player to now get into their like?
No, I think at 8 from an 18-year-old. I think for them to fully, and I don't know what you're talking about breaking. I mean start. I mean a guaranteed starter every week in, week out. You're the first one.
What do you think when Neri signed a new contract and wanted guaranteed minutes? When Neri's 17, what 18 years old? Why do you think Miles Lewis-Skelly? What do you think?
Because when Neri done what he done last year, he proved already that there's no reason why if you ain't going to give him the guaranteed minutes, someone else will. That's what he showed you, man. He forced you, man, into that.
Bro, Archie Gray was bought for £40 million.
What's
your point? Keep going on like he didn't come for the academy like our players, and our players want guaranteed minutes. Archie Gray, if he doesn't get guaranteed minutes in the next year and a bit, he's gonna leave.
That's just not true. That's just not true.
It's guaranteed, bro.
Maybe we're not Arsenal that we won't get strong-armed into a position where our young players are gonna force us to play. Oh yeah, you're gonna start minutes at 20 years of age that you're guaranteed starting my team.
Definitely. What do you think he signed? What do you think he signed? What do you think he signed for
my team and push my manager around and be like, yeah, he has to start.
Why do you think he signed for Tottenham?
He signed for Tottenham because it was a big opportunity. He was leaving Leeds anyway. Clearly, you don't know, but he was leaving Leeds. He was on say Leeds wanted to they wanted to sell him, but they were open to selling him because there was a few clubs interested in him. He was leaving last summer. Brentford they had a deal agreed for him, 35 million, whatever, plus whatever, medical booked in. Spurs then swooped in and took the deal. He swooped in and took the deal. And it's quite clear that he chose Tottenham because it's the better opportunity. Now,
Because
it
he
didn't
thought he
mean
was going to break into the team.
he would break into the Brentford team quicker than he would the Tottenham team. He would know that. I don't know what's
He ain't getting into Brentford's team. With
So
Norgard and Yano and that. Yeah, how's he getting into that team?
So how the heck is he getting into Tottenham's team? Tottenham are better than Brentford, bruv.
No,
What
you're
are we
not.
doing here?
You're not better than Brentford.
Oh, you've lost your mind. Dude. This is your problem.
How are you better than Brentford?
Nobody.
You finished 17th.
People
How are you
aren't
better than
understanding.
Brentford?
Yeah, people clearly aren't
Tell
understanding.
me how you're better than
Nobody's
Brentford. You finished
saying that
17th. How are you better than
20-year-olds
Brentford?
We won a trophy. We're better
Why
than
do you go
Brentford.
get their manager if you're better than them then?
That's why, because we're better than them, we could take their manager. Clearly, you don't understand.
What are you talking about? You wanted to play like them. That's why you
We're
went and got
better
the
than them
manager.
because we could take their manager. That's the type of things we do. Why
You're
did their
not
manager?
better
No.
than
D, you're
Brentford.
asking the question backwards. Why did their manager leave Brentford to come to Tottenham if they're better than us?
What do you mean? Because more money.
And Champions League football as well.
More money, bigger
team,
club,
better
Champions League
opportunity.
football, bigger club. Yeah, but you're not a better team than Brentford. What are you talking about? You finished 17th. There's only 3 teams that you're better than. Don't you understand how the league table works?
No, D, clearly you don't understand how football works because just because you finish in a position doesn't mean certain teams are better than you. They might have been better. No. We know Brentford's not better than us. Stop being stupid now. Come on, wake up. Wake up, man. Wake up, D. I don't know what you've been spoken today, but you think Brentford's better than us. That's fine. That's fine.
They are better than you.
Clearly, you're on another wavelength. We're on two completely different wavelengths. Again, what I don't know what in your head you think that a youngster at 18 years old should be demanding football by 20. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Just because we spent 40 million pounds on him,
that's not
you
what I
think
said.
that he will need. You said that he will be demanding football within 2 years of him signing, which is this by the end of next season. By the end of this season, yes, you did just say that. If he's not a starter by next year, that he's going to want to leave. That's exactly what you just said.
He's going to expect to play. Do you think he wants to break it? You think he signed for Tottenham at 18 years old for £40 million and doesn't expect to play until what age?
He played 45 games last year. He played more than enough football. He's satisfied by that. That will satisfy him for the next year. He's not going to play 45 seasons.
Answer the question. It's a question.
No, because your question, I'm done with answering your questions. I don't.
You don't know the answer. You don't know the answer.
No, your questions are just stupid, bruv. You're asking me stupid questions.
No. The questions are not stupid. The questions are clear as day.
No. I asked you questions, and then you just dodged the question.
Okay,
you dodged the question. I'm not answering your questions.
You said it's 40 million. You said it's 40 million pounds. You said it's 40 million pounds, and I'm telling you, a young player at 40 million pounds that you signed for at 18 years old hasn't even played in his position yet. At some point, he's going to want to start playing.
He has played in his position.
He has not played centre midfield for you yet. 1 or 2 games.
He factually has. It's about 5 or 6 games. But he factually has.
What did he do? Do you think he's happy about that?
If you're going to say, just be right. Just be right in what you say, actually.
Do you think Archie Gray's happy that he's played 5 or 6 games in centre midfield?
Yes, he's very happy. You can ask him and see in the interview. He said he's very happy about the minutes he had last season. He played more than enough minutes. He played more than he expected in his first year. And he's extremely happy that in his first year of being a Tottenham player, he's got a gold fucking medal around his neck, bruv. Of course he's happy. What are we doing here?
You're better than Brentford, though, innit? You're better than Brentford, though, innit? Even
he played 11 games. He played an important
We're better than Liverpool as well, because they finished below us. You can be better than teams that you finished below, innit? We're better than Liverpool. We're better than Liverpool because you can be better than teams that you finished below in the league, innit? So we're better than Liverpool.
Well, do you think you're better than Liverpool?
We are better than Liverpool because we.
Well, you're typically top Gooner, so I know that you think that. You're wrong.
You're wrong. You said you're better than Brentford, so we're better than Liverpool.
So yes, you do think you're better than Liverpool, and you're wrong. That ain't not the only thing that you're wrong about, D. You're wrong about a lot.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
You're finding that out.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Finding it out. You're wrong about a lot.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah.
He don't, Jimmy. He don't understand how trophies work.
Is Archie Gray worth 40 million?
I've said that he's not. And this is the thing. We actually had this conversation because you remember that we done the values on your own channel of every single Tottenham player. And you asked me how much
is he? How much is he worth?
No. You asked me how much. You tell me.
I'm asking you now. How much is Archie Gray worth now?
Because we had this conversation before.
How much is Archie Gray worth
now? You see, people, he doesn't listen because half of you would have been there for this conversation, and he just don't listen.
Archie Gray worth now?
No. You don't listen, so I don't need to tell you because you.
How much is he worth now? I want to know how much is he worth now.
Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
I'm asking you, how much is Archie Gray? Let me ask Hooks, because Hooks is. Hooks, how much is Archie Gray worth now to you?
Probably still the 40 million they bought him for.
You think Archie Gray's worth 40 million now?
35 to 40, something around that.
Oh my word.
Bro, you think Waneri's worth 100 million, fam? What are we doing here, bro? Like you talk about worths and values. Talk about worths and values, so we can do that. The value to Tottenham is about 60 million.
Let's focus on what we're
worth a lot of money.
Because you said Rodrigo doesn't start over.
Salah
doesn't start over Rodrigo. Remember that?
No, but you said Waneri's worth 100+ million. You also said Skelly is.
You said Salah would be benched at Real Madrid.
You said Arsenal have a 400 million pound defense. You said your defense is worth 400+ million. That's what you said.
We do. We have. And you said that Rodrigo benches Salah.
Guess what? They don't even need to find out because Rodrigo's going to be starting on the other side whilst they slap you on.
Anyway, can we focus
whilst they win the league on your head tops and your second bridesmaids again? Who's going to be on that left wing? Rodrigo on the left, Salah on the right. You got bigger things to worry about.
Let's just focus on the actual convo of the RTK. If you want, unless you want to change the subject, because I've already.
No, because you were the one changing the subject. Talking
I feel like I've already proved my point. My thing is, this is what I think.
Rodrigo and Salah, so quite clearly.
I think Archie Gray right now, currently, is probably worth about 20, maybe 25.
That's in your eyes. Let's ask the chat. Let's ask the chat.
It's about 25 million. How much do you think?
In your eyes. In your eyes.
He hasn't gone up in value, though, has he?
In your eyes. In your eyes.
He hasn't gone up in value.
Eyes. Just like you said with Max Dalman. No. Just like with Max Dalman, you said, but I said in what I've seen in my best 15-year-old. So I'm telling you, in your eyes, you think.
Okay, but has he gone?
Most people will tell you that he's worth at least.
I asked you, and you didn't want to answer the question.
I don't need to answer your question. That's the point.
So it has to only be in my eyes because you're not answering it. So I'm
going to because I will tell you. I'll make a statement. I won't answer your question. I'll make a statement. My statement is that he's worth the money we paid for him.
Okay, so he hasn't gone up in value.
No.
So when do you think he will go up in value?
When he starts to play and starts to start in the team and his position. But his contract doesn't run out for another 5 years, so we don't need him to meet that valuation or go up in valuation for the next 3 to 4 years. I don't care.
When he starts to play is the answer. When he starts to play, his value will rise. Because
he played 45 games last year. He played more than Saturday.
So he has played. So you think that he played 45 games and his value stayed the same? Which one is it? Pick one.
We overpaid for him originally. Do you not get that?
Pick one.
His value has gone up. His value has gone up.
Is his value the same because he was playing a lot, or which one is it?
Pick one. Don't listen.
Pick one.
No, you don't listen. We overpaid originally. So his value has gone up across the past year. He went from a 30 million pound player to a 40 million pound player. How's that? Does that sound good? Oh yeah. So that's exactly what happened.
We overpaid.
Yes, we overpaid so we can get him away from Brentford. Exactly that we overpaid.
You overpaid.
Yes. You can go search it up. Spurs overpaid for Archie Gray.
No.
We paid 40 million pounds for a player that's never played Premier League football. Yes, we overpaid. You don't see many. Wait. No. When was the last time you saw a player go for 40 million in the Championship? When was the last time you saw a player go for 40 million pounds in the Championship?
So is his value?
Answer my question. We're not moving on.
What's your question?
When was the last time, or when was ever have you seen a player go for 40 million pounds from the Championship? When have you ever seen?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Have you ever seen that? Answer the question. Have you ever seen that?
I don't know.
So you don't know. Okay. So if it's unprecedented, so would it not be? Is it outlandish to say that we overpaid?
No, okay, you overpaid. Cool. So now what you're saying
that's
is
established. So his value's gone up this year. So he's now worth the value that we paid.
So his value's gone up now. So his value's gone up by 10 million. His value's gone up by 10 million. His value's gone up by 10 million, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So his value's gone up. So what you're saying is in a couple of years' time, he's going to be worth what, 60, 70, 80?
If he reaches his potential, sure. Yeah.
No, if he reaches his potential, because he played loads last year, didn't he? He played loads. He's already gone up. He's already gone up 10 mil. So why should he go up again?
He's not reached his potential.
He's already gone up 10 mil, though.
He's only 19. Players reach their prime at 25, 26, 27. So no, he has a long way to go.
He already went up 10 mil.
He has a long down way to go.
But he already went up 10
mil. He has a long down way to go.
He played centre back and right back last year, but he went up 10 mil.
He's got a long way to go. You know, one of them ones.
So next year, is he gonna go? You think I assume he's gonna go up another 10 mil.
He can go up another 10 mil next season. Yes, he can go up 20 or 30 mil next season. It's not again like player.
He can go up 20 or 30 mil next season if he plays centre back and right back.
Who said if he plays centre back and right back?
So he
What
has
are
to
you
play.
on about?
For him to go up
What are
24,
you
he
on
has to
about?
play.
D, what are
Centre
you on
midfield.
about? Why do you just keep making things up? Why do you keep
Are
making
you
things up?
thick or something?
No, I think you're thick. I think you're thick. And you know what it is?
I said you
Sometimes
said
I
you
understand it
couldn't
because you're bold. The thoughts just go over your head. Like everything I say go over your head. It's
Listen, you
streamlined.
talk a lot,
And
yeah,
I
but you
don't want you. I
actually
don't want you
listen.
to. Hooks. This is
You
why I don't want you to be
said-
bold. Because
you
if I start
said-
speaking to you, it just goes over your head, literally. Yeah.
Bro,
No,
you-
D. Let's have it. No, let's have it right, D. Yeah. No,
brother.
let's have it right.
Bro.
You mentioned centre back and right back. I never mentioned that. I said if he
You
plays
said
next season,
he's
value
going to
could
be
go up.
worth. He can go up 20 or 30 mil a season. That's what you said.
Just like Wharton did. He played
No,
for
Wharton.
Crystal Palace
Wharton
for a
plays
year,
in
went
his
up by
position.
50 or 60 million.
Calm
Yes,
down.
of course he has to play in his position.
So
But he
you
could
said-
go up by playing out of position. He just needs to perform good. He doesn't. He can perform good in right back and he can perform good in left back. His
Bro.
valuation is going to go up. It
You
just proves that
said-
he's more versatile.
You said that
Of
he
course,
can
his
go up
valuation is going to
20.
go up. if he's
You
performing in
said
that
he can
position.
go up 20 or 30 mil next season. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for him
Yeah.
to go up 20 or 30 mil next season, what has he got to do? He's got to play where? Can he go back 20 or 30 mil
Right.
by playing centre back? No,
Let me
answer
just
my
explain.
question. No, I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want a monologue. Can he go up 20 or 30 mil?
Monologues. It's
Can he go up 20 or 30 mil by playing centre back?
monologues. It's dark. It's dark.
Can he
I
go
answer
up
monologues.
20 or 30 mil by playing centre back?
Again. So a player valuation will go up if they show to be versatile and have good performances in multiple positions. Yes, his valuation is going to go up. That's very simple, D. I don't see what's so hard to understand in that. If he performs at right back, yes, his valuation is going to go up. It will. Like, what is hard about that?
But that's what I'm saying. The point I'm making is that's exactly what you're saying. Is what my point. I said
No.
Calm down. Let me finish what I'm saying.
No. Stop the foolish.
You said
No. I've seen you do this on other
Yo,
shows.
D,
You're not
you
doing
full
this.
of more shit than a crab, bro. You full of more shit than a
What's
crab.
happening there? What's going on there?
This guy is
You're
nah,
jumping
nah.
around for no
Bullshit.
reason. What's you
Yo,
jumping?
yo,
And why are you in boxers? What are you wearing? What's going
I'm
on
in
there?
shorts, bro. I'm
I
in
thought that you had
shorts.
nothing on. What's going on? I need to know what
I'm in
happened.
shorts. I'm an all
Yeah,
wear
just
shorts.
about.
I
It
know
didn't
wear
look like
shorts.
it. It didn't
Come
look
on,
like it.
shorts.
Can I wear shorts? Can a man not wear shorts?
It didn't
I
look like
know
it.
wear shorts. What are you going on, bro?
Yo, D, you rattled. You
Man's wearing
rattled.
football shorts, bruv. Do you wear NBA jerseys for your shorts? Is that
What
what
I'm
you?
saying is,
Are
it
your
looked like
shorts
you
down
was
to your
wearing-
knees?
it looked like you was
Are you
wearing
in three
briefs.
quarter lengths?
It
Are
looked
you
like
wearing
you was
jorts when
wearing
you play
briefs.
football?
It
Are you
looked
wearing
like you was
jorts?
wearing briefs.
You wear jorts when you're playing football?
You wear briefs.
You wear
look like-
3/4 lengths when you play football.
You wear briefs.
I
You
know
wear
you're the
briefs.
guy that's in 3/4 lengths and long
You wear
socks. I
briefs.
know.
You look like you
I
was
already
wearing
know your
briefs.
thing.
All I'm
I know
saying.
your thing. I know
And
your
why
thing.
you
I
got-
know.
and why have you got socks on? Why have you got socks on?
He's got what?
Why are you not wearing socks?
Yes, I do have socks on. I don't train the socks.
Just
bro.
about. I was thinking, what's
Can I
going on?
not train the socks on?
You didn't-
Man,
you didn't take it
why
to
are
me,
you worried about what I'm wearing in my yard? You're
Because you're
so
in the
rattled
camera,
that you
standing
look
up,
rattled.
shaking your bum,
He's
moving
rattled.
what
around.
I'm wearing. You're now talking about what I'm wearing.
He's
That's what it is.
rattled.
Again, do you know what it is, people? It's because, again, he's bold. So, like, everything I'm saying is going over his head. It's just, you know, like
Hold
the
on, wait.
streamline. Have you ever, like, you know, in the Need for Speed? You ever play Need for Speed and you go behind the other car and you get the slipstream? That's what he's getting right now. All the thoughts are just going, shoom. They're going straight over slipstreaming, man. I'm hearing it, man. I'm hearing.
Hold on. Yo, D, hold on. I'm not understanding.
Well, go on, Jimmy, though. Well, go on, my bro.
Big up to Jimmy,
Archie
man.
Gray played 45 games. That's a lot of fucking football, bro.
No, he played a lot of games out of position, though.
It don't matter. At that age, it don't matter. You just want to play anyway.
No, but what I'm saying is he can't. His price is not going to go up by playing out of position.
Hold on, George. Watch this. Watch me shoot him. You ready? Watch this. What's Miles Lewis Skelly original position?
No, that's foolishness.
No.
Motherfucker, what's his position?
He might have you there, you know.
Left midfield. He's a midfielder.
Archie,
Might have you there, you know.
Lewis Skelly is
Lewis Skelly's a central midfielder.
Lewis
just
Skelly's
like
a
Archie Gray.
midfielder, bro.
Just
My
like Archie
brother's
Gray,
been
central
telling me
midfielder.
about Lewis Skelly since he was like 12. And he
Smash the
always talked about this kid being a midfielder.
Bro, he was inverted. He's an inverted left back.
No, he's not. He's a midfielder.
What do you mean he's not?
Now he's inverted left back.
D.
Now
Miles
he's
Lewis
inverted left
Skelly's a
back. That's what I'm
midfielder.
saying.
My
What-
brother's a
what-
diehard Arsenal fanatic. He knows
position-
about the kids.
What position
the
does
women.
Zinchenko play?
We're not talking about Shevchenko.
No, but I'm asking you, what is Zinchenko? What position does he play?
Bro, Miles Lewis Skelly, when he came up as a midfielder.
But you're not answering the question.
Just like
No,
Archie Gray.
butt is
All right,
butt.
watch this. Watch this,
Butt
yeah.
is ass.
All right,
We're
let me
not
ask
talking
this.
about
All right,
ass.
cool. All right, watch this, yeah. Okay, because you think you've got checkmate, yeah. All right, nice.
No,
You're
it's not
playing.
checkmate. I'm not
think it
playing
is?
chess or checkers. I'm playing
think-
Battleship.
All right, watch the battleships. Okay, cool. What? I'm playing COD. So you play your battleships and your Minecraft. I will play Call of Duty. So you see this now, yeah. What position does Archie Gray play?
He plays multiple positions.
No.
I was about to say, hold up.
No. Because if you ask me, wait 1 second, Jimmy, calm down.
I'm
Because
gonna
if you
shoot
ask
him
me-
again. I hope y'all
watch
ready.
If you ask me what position Lewis Kelly plays now, I'll say left back. So I'm asking you, what position does Archie Gray play?
I don't center. Okay, we're gonna say center back right now. Center back.
See what type of foolishness we're
Okay,
dealing with
I'm
that.
gonna say that.
See,
I'm
Jules
gonna agree with-
don't even want to do that. Jules don't even want to agree with
We're
that.
not
No,
talking.
because
talking to
I
me.
don't think. But for
Wait,
young
George,
Archie Gray centre back.
George,
Archie Gray centre
George,
back. Is Archie Gray centre back now?
He could be. When a player's that young, you don't know. Let me ask you this question. Oh, okay. Watch this. You ready? You ready? Two guns up
ready.
now. Two guns up. What position did Bukayo Saka used to
Who?
play?
I don't know who Magayo is. You got.
Bukayo Saka, nigga. Bukayo.
I don't know who Magayo is. I don't know who that is.
What position did Saka used to play?
Never heard Magayo.
What
Where
position?
did Saka play?
What
I've
position
asked
did
you, where did
Saka
Saka
play?
play?
I don't know who Magayo is.
Where did
Bukayo
Saka
Saka
play?
is
Nigga.
crazy.
Left
Now,
back.
what's your question? What's your question?
He was playing left back. Does he play left back now?
Answer this question. What position?
No. Don't
Listen,
ask.
listen.
No. Yo, I promise you, your fucking teeth are clean. You can throw that pick away. There's nothing left in between those teeth. You gonna chew that shit down till you swallow it. Throw that shit. Nothing left. Saka was a left winger, came into the league, was a left back, and now he's a
left wing back. But
and
also
now he's a right winger.
on
You
paper
don't
now,
know where they're gonna play.
on paper now, we put the players' names on paper. Bukayo Saka, what position does he play? Right wing. Miles Lewis Skelly, what position does he play?
No.
Left back.
No. Saka's
Archie
5
Gray,
years into the Premier League.
1 second. Archie Gray, right now, because we're talking about now, aren't we? So now, what position does Archie Gray play?
So again, as in his first season,
It requires an answer. It requires an
but again,
answer.
you can't. No, because it's not just
He
one
doesn't
answer.
have
You're
to
talking
be
about
like
one
an
answer like it's one
answer.
answer. The guy's literally played. He's literally played 2 professional seasons in his career. 2 professional seasons.
So is he a
And
centre
in
back?
both of those seasons, he played a right back in one of those seasons, and he played centre back, right back, and
Is he a
central
right
midfield.
back? Is he a
So
right
what
back
it
then?
means is that he's a young player still finding his best position.
So
Now,
what
in the
position
youth
is he
team,
to you?
like young players, in a youth
Like
team, they
most
have a position
18-year-olds.
and they go into
You don't know
professional
where they're
football and they
gonna
get molded into something else. Just like you've mentioned with the likes of Saka, Lewis Skelly, and you're saying Lewis Skelly's a left back. There's a lot of Arsenal fans that will tell you Lewis Skelly's just in left back for the time being. He's going to be pushed into central midfield.
Doesn't matter.
That's
Doesn't
what I
matter.
hear.
What
So,
position does he play now? What position does he play now?
Bro, but again, you're talking about
Archie
he's gonna
Gray's a
wanna
centre
leave his-
midfielder. It's simple as
No,
that.
but this is all right.
Hold on. Wait, George. Let me shoot him. When the fuck has he played central and midfield? He played right back for one team, center back for the next. When you gonna tell me that the under 12s he was a center mid? When?
So is he a defender then?
At this moment in time in his career,
So
yes.
you spent
That's
40,
what he
okay,
is.
cool. So you spent £40 million on Archie Gray as a to play centre back. Yeah?
It don't matter what you pay. You pay.
No.
All right. You spent 65 million for Kai Havertz to do what?
Kai Havertz is
Your
out of
team
position.
is full of motherfuckers.
What
not
position is
playing
he?
what you
What
want
position
them
is
to
he?
do.
What position is that?
You're trying to have an Arsenal debate. This ain't about
Nah,
Arsenal.
bro.
No. You don't like it. You're
Proving
getting
to
caught out.
you
You're getting caught out.
your arguments are weak because your team is full of what you're arguing against.
No, that's neither here nor there. The point
No,
I'm making.
it's here. It's not there.
It's right here.
It's here. It's here.
You said
there.
Archie Gray.
It's here.
You said Archie Gray can go up to 20 or 30 million next year. And I said,
Potentially, if he plays good.
Of course he could.
yeah,
One
and I
season.
said to you, so is he going to go up 20 or 30 million playing centre back? You
No,
said to
because
me,
no, he's not going to play.
oh, he's
centre
not
back.
going to play. My point was,
we signed players like Vuskovic and Takai, who are young players, to come through in centre back for a reason.
why?
Archie
If Archie
Gray-
Gray plays there,
Did
Because
you just say he's a center
we
midfielder?
don't view
How the fuck
him
you
as
asking
a.
that question?
No, D. This is what he's doing.
No,
He
you were
keeps-
just about to say something,
We
but
don't
you
view
realize
him.
you
All right,
knew
no. You're
Yeah,
just
you
You
knew-
keep trying to do this thing. We don't view him as a centre back. He's not viewed as a long-term
Well, he's
centre
not a
back.
centre
He
back
just
then.
said that himself.
That's what
he's a
I'm
center
saying.
mid.
You're saying my
So
point.
why would you ask? Why would they bring in center backs? So he can go to fucking center mid.
Thank you. That's exactly my point. You're missing. You don't know the whole argument, Jimmy. The whole point is Tottenham. Listen, Tottenham view him as a central midfielder. So the point is, when you're saying he can go up 20 or 30 million, he has to play in his position that Tottenham view him in. But you're saying
No, because the value is not
he just
dependent
has to
on whether
play good
Tottenham value
football.
him.
It don't matter where he plays it.
Is Archie Gray playing?
of course it does.
Is Archie Gray playing
Why
against
doesn't?
Arsenal?
So he's going to be a 70 million right back.
Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there.
You playing, yeah?
It depends on how good he played.
Look, we've been going on for a while, and I don't even. There's no point even keep going around in circles. D is actually.
You man have got
I'm
around
clipping this.
shit like
Don't
crap.
worry. I'm going to clip this.
Okay, George, I need some timestamps. Yeah, I need.
Just
59 minutes onwards.
Hey, good to see you, Billy. Good to see you again, my boy.
Yeah, we need some timestamps.
58 minutes onwards. That's all I know. It's the last, literally the last 2
It's
minutes.
it's definitely active. I'll let Hooks. Hooks was just kept quiet. He knew he had content.
I was actually getting some food ready, listening, and I'm like, "Yo, D, I gotta get on. I gotta cuss this dude right now."
It was some great entertainment, man. That argument was funny. I can't lie, it was funny, innit? But
I feel that's what I bring, man. I think that's what it always comes out.
Yeah, man. See, you get me.
Just complete dump. Like, I don't even know where D comes up.
Don't start again because we can carry on. So don't start again.
You just
stay laughing.
You go around in circles and then more circles and then just create another circle within the circle. Like, you're just on this roundabout thing.
Oh wait, Proper's on the way out. What is there a link?
I've seen that he's been linked with 2 Premier League clubs as well as another club he's talking to, but apparently he's been offered 2 Premier League clubs.
Okay. I swear only the other day it came out that Arsenal weren't looking at selling Zinchenko or Trossard. They changed that quickly.
Plettenberg come out,
man.
Plettenberg come out, so it's pretty reliable source.
By the way, this brother here, Mark AFC, he's my Eze source, innit? You know, Flash Boy was my Gyokeres Swedish ITK. Got my English ITK here. And he's telling me that the Eze deal is getting patterned in it. So you get me. Don't worry about it. Eze soon land in it. So yeah, man. But I guess Jimmy, yeah, you might as well get a bit of Chelsea related stuff out here. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, man, in your preseason, because obviously you did the Club World Cup and all of that. But
next Friday.
Next Friday. Okay, cool. So
shit, it might be this Friday.
This Friday?
I think it might be next Friday. I think it's next Friday.
So all I need to know from you, Jimmy, is, are you winning the league next season? Because being champions of the world but not champions of England is crazy to me. I can't lie to you. It's crazy to me.
Chelsea are a problem. No problem.
England is the size of Philadelphia, bro.
No
Philadelphia is a city within one of our
states. Jimmy. That don't mean nothing to me. Do you know why?
Well, I mean, you said being the champions of the world and not being champions of England.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing to me, blood. Yeah, you know where man's from, blood. That don't mean nothing to me, bro. Yeah, because wherever you're from is smaller than Texas, bro. You get me? So yeah, don't worry about all that, blood.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah, but let's go, blood. Let's go. But yeah, obviously you're positive about Chelsea, innit? Like, you're happy with your window.
Yeah. But I mean, if these fuck boys from Liverpool don't get Isak, then I'm going for the league. But if they get Isak, I'll take a humble second place.
So you think your squad's better than Arsenal's?
What? What?
No, Jimmy, don't start.
You ever seen that meme with Russell Westbrook at his locker? Right?
Jimmy, don't start though. How many? Wait, you know what we should do? Do you know what we should do before we jump off? How many of our players? Honestly, though, how many of our players get into your first 11? Or be honest, let's be serious.
The 2 center backs, Saka,
keeper.
Okay, not really important, but okay, that's it.
Wait, you don't think Gyokeres gets into the striker position? in your
Declan
team?
Rice don't get in your team.
What?
Declan Rice don't get in
Did you
your
not
team.
hear what Jimmy said about Gyokeres?
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty.
Wait. I'm gonna ask you. Who am I taking off for Declan Rice? My midfield is Cole Palmer, Enzo, and Caicedo. Who am I taking off?
What? Anyone?
Who am I taking off?
Just need to remind D that you think Caicedo was the best midfield in the league last year. So no,
yeah,
Caicedo and Rice.
No, I'm dead
Caicedo and Rice.
serious. Who am I taking off?
Enzo.
Caicedo
Rice is better than Enzo.
On what planet?
On
this planet.
Earth.
He could create like him?
Rice is better than Enzo.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Can he create like him?
Yeah, he can. Yeah, who got more
Rice
assists
is a
last year?
creator like Enzo.
What? I don't understand. They both play the same position.
And
Rice,
Enzo had like 18 fucking assists last year. How many Rice had?
yeah, but how many did he get in the Conference League?
I asked you a question. How
I don't
many
know the
Rice
answer.
get from
I don't know the
corners?
answer. But are
How
you
many
saying
Rice get from corners?
What?
Enzo is not better than Rice? I don't know what.
Enzo is better than Rice.
Are you joking?
No, the fuck am I laughing? The fuck? Do I got clown makeup on and big fucking?
They have
red
the same
shoes?
amount of assists in the Premier League, by the way. They both had 7 last year. They both had 7.
But why we eliminate games? If you want to pitch, your job is to get numbers. I don't get that. I'm not one of them dudes who eliminate numbers. You get numbers.
So why are you eliminating Gyokeres' numbers when he's on the pitch then?
I never did. I eliminate his numbers, or did I say
I'm not one of those guys that eliminate numbers, but you're talking about Gyokeres' numbers somewhere else.
Some numbers hold more power than others, but I don't eliminate them. I don't eliminate them.
But then why is Gyokeres not getting into your 11 then? If you don't eliminate numbers,
why am I putting them there? For who?
For any of your strikers.
Yeah,
I'm good.
But you're not eliminating numbers. You're not eliminating numbers.
You asked me for my team, right?
Two guns
You asked
up.
me for my team, right?
Let me shoot him.
I don't see Gyokeres linking up. I don't see Gyokeres linking up with Palmer, interchanging with Palmer, making through balls. I don't see Gyokeres do that.
Let me shoot him. Let me shoot him. Let me shoot at him.
Gyokeres scored 40 goals. 40 goals against motherfuckers who should probably be playing in bands, fucking laying down tile.
What, like in the
look at some of
Conference
those teams.
I've
never heard of some of these teams.
Like in the Conference League.
Yeah, like
the Portuguese league is probably better than the Conference League, no?
You know what's better than the Portuguese league for real though? The Brazilian league, literally. They're rated the same.
That's fine, but you bought a player from the Brazilian league the other day, no? Didn't you just buy a player from there the other day?
Who?
Didn't you just buy a player from the Brazilian league the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine then. But it's rated high. It's not rated high, but you're cussing it.
He's 18. He's
17,
18.
You bought one though, innit? You bought one though, innit?
Yeah, he's one of the best young players in the world.
Oh, but he's in the Brazilian league though, isn't he?
At 18, yeah.
Oh,
if I bought somebody,
how can he be one of the best in the world?
18,
how's he one of the best in the world then if he's at the Brazilian league?
He's on. D, you're just on mind game. He's trying to do the wind up.
Hold on, George. I'm about to cook.
You know what? When Esteban starts playing good next year, you're gonna be the first one to say, "Yo,
George, please, I don't need the assist. I'm a one-man band.
I'm just using
an 18-year-old cooking in Portugal. That's cool. Motherfucking this Swedish meatball you got, this fucking Gyokeres is 34. He's 34.
He's not 34.
27.
Nigga, that's 34 in football years. That nigga's old. Get that old ass nigga out of here. He scored 40 goals. Being 34 and scoring 50 goals in Portugal is like me going across the street playing against the 6-year-old kids in basketball. I'm like Shaquille O'Neal out there, nigga. Get out of here, you 5-year-old.
You look like Shaquille O'Neal. You look like Shaquille O'Neal. But what I'm saying is,
that's cool. That's cool.
What I'm saying is, Rice is better than Enzo Fernandez. You got to be honest. Our two centre backs, David Raya. There's an argument for Timber at right back. Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, shiver me fucking timbers. You know, it's an argument for you. It's an argument for you to be Dave's stunt double. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You look like a B-Tech Dave. Them man wanna send for me, envy and jealousy, everything I wish upon my enemies. Get the fuck out of here.
I
Dave and Big Shoe.
Hey,
Big Shoe and fucking Dave.
hey,
Don't kill me, you two Arsenal fans. Big Shoe and fucking Dave.
You look like a mix between Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle. You're like,
Nah.
You look a combination.
You look like Dave if he only had one single that hit, and then everything else flopped. That's how you look.
Hey, that's funny, you know.
Hey,
that is funny.
You know what? Yeah, one single. That's crazy.
Hey, that is funny, man.
That's funny. You know what?
I give you that. Sometimes you just gotta keep quiet, man. Sometimes you can't even come back.
Yeah,
I'm not even trying to get hit again. I'm not trying to get hit again.
Yeah, Jimmy won that one still. I can't lie. That was a great way to wrap up in it. So
that's hilarious, man.
Big up everyone that came through.
Yo, we gotta get a weekly show. Yo, what's up?
Yeah, we'll pattern. You know what? Yeah,
especially when the season starts.
Yeah, this will be a good little panel, man.
Oh yeah,
we'll pattern.
Facts.
Yeah, we'll pattern this. We'll pattern this. Don't worry.
Definitely.
Yeah, big up everyone that came through. Just make sure you're liking and subscribing. Make sure you're subscribing to your Jimmy Spliff TV, Durag Diaries.
Jimmy Spliff TV, man. Log in, man.
Yeah, and to Famzone TV as well. Yeah, on the way out, just make sure that you slap comments on this video. Help out the defo not Hooks Raid. I'm sending you over to Rants. Yeah, let them know where you come from. Like up the video, spam up the ting, and yeah, man. Catch you man later. Blessings.